Good afternoon and welcome to Alfred's Victorian. I hope you enjoy your tea time that we have planned for you, and we're going to come right into the Burgundy room.
Hi, I'm Margie.
And I'm Barb, and together we are the
Real Marketing Mavens. And for the month of March, the Real Marketing Mavens are celebrating women and business owners, leaders, and entrepreneurs with the Women with Wings series. So this series focuses exclusively on women, their stories, challenges, and their unique and beautiful qualities that make them a success.
And I'm anxious to have this interview because we are interviewing Robin Pellegrini, who is the proprietor of Alfreds Victorian and her new business, A Victorian Tea. So Robin, welcome to.
Well, and welcome to the two of you, and
Yes,
thank you for having me on your
Thank you
show.
for
We're
the
happy to
tea.
be
Yes,
here.
definitely. And this wonderful spread she's put out in front of us with, I'll let you explain it.
Well, this is a little sampling of what we do at tea time. We generally have 2 freshly baked scones that we do make in-house, a few savories and some tea sandwiches, and then we move on to dessert, and they're all, again, made in-house at Alfreds Victorian.
Wow.
Unless we find another female entrepreneur who has a product they want to promote. And then we will purchase from them and serve.
Oh, I love that.
Right.
So women supporting women.
That's very important.
It is very important.
Well, tell us about Alfred's Victorian.
Well, we've been here 52 years. We have gone through a lot of ups and downs over the years, as I'm sure you know. Since I came back in here full-time 11 years ago, we've dealt with 3 years of street closures, a pandemic, but you know, a nuclear accident didn't take us out, so we're here. And you have a hard-headed woman in charge.
So I don't need to ask you about the challenges. It sounds like you've had a few and you've
We have.
overcome them.
Yeah, well, and years ago when my husband Alfred purchased the building from Herman Baum, he met with a few challenges then also. Not so much with codes and those kinds of things, but people wanted to know who that crazy Italian from Hershey was opening this fancy restaurant in Middletown.
And this is one of the oldest homes, correct, in Middletown?
I'd like to say that, but I really can't. There's one 2 doors up that's got 100 years on us.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Middletown was founded in 1755. Actually chartered. We were here way before then, but we were chartered in 1755.
Okay.
So.
But it is a beautiful old Victorian home.
Yes, from 1890.
1890.
It was built by Charles Raymond. His brother built the one across the street. Unfortunately, you know how they say the first generation earns it, the second one saves it, and the third one spends it? They held, the Raymond boys held true to that story. They literally lost their houses back to their own bank, which is now the Brownstone Cafe.
Brownstone Cafe.
Yeah, they and we have recently found out that they did 7 years and 5 months in the Eastern Penitentiary, which I call big address change.
Oh, that is.
So besides the Victorian tea, which looks absolutely fabulous, tell us about your dinner menu.
Our dinner menu has many of the same menus on it that we did from day one. We still have, I just dug out the original menu yesterday to make sure we had steak Diane on there, beef Wellington. Now the big difference is the pricing. 52 years later, but many of the dishes are still on our original menu, and we have the ability to make those dishes if they're not on the menu and someone remembers it. We get a lot of special requests. A lot of special requests. We do a lot of flambe and tableside. You know, when you start to do a flaming salad, I think a new motto could be, you name it, we'll flame it.
Okay. And I also know we do use a lot of local ingredients.
We do as much as we can. I'm looking so forward to getting back out to the market right down the road here, so I won't have to traverse as far. We like to do that, and I'm speaking with someone locally here. Hopefully he'll be growing some special things just for us. So.
Wow. And you do special diets.
Yes. Well, example today, you two are going to get to try a gluten-free scone.
Oh, wow.
I've been wanting to try that recipe, so It'll be up to
It'll
you.
be up to
yeah.
us. Okay, I'll let
'Cause
you
we,
go.
we like to have, if someone tells us ahead of time what they're allergic to and so on, we accommodate. We can do gluten-free,
Oh my gosh, that's
vegan,
awesome.
you name it.
Oh.
And we're looking into putting a vegetarian and vegan section on our menu in the spring. Well, we are in spring, in late spring.
Well, how did you overcome, what was the biggest challenge? You said 3 Mile Island, Middletown.
Yeah.
You said pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you go through to?
I think some of our biggest challenges were to convince people to drive to Middletown rather than
Never even thought about that.
Lancaster, Harrisburg. Well,
Yeah.
in the beginning, in the 70s,
Yeah.
you think about it, that's where people went. They went up to something in Harrisburg, you had Lancaster, there was always something, I think, down in Columbia, but we're still here. And we're very proud of that.
You should be.
And people are grateful. We have a lot of people that come in that had their first date, got engaged here, got married here.
Wow.
And I always tease them and say, you're returning to the scene of the crime.
And she is a great party planner. I mean, we've had a shower here and had challenges that we needed to overcome, and she did great. She has ideas.
That was one of the most fun things. I like a challenge. And I think that's why I'm so excited about the teas. It's something new and different for us.
What was the aha moment that made you go for tea?
I just enjoy going to tea, and then you look around this building and you say, I have that decor. I have the ability with people that have creativity to try to do these things. And it's, again, you have to, when you go through a pandemic and things, for us to start to do takeout was astronomical, but we did it. That was, we always did a little bit of takeout. I mean, we even do beef Wellington to go, folks.
Oh my goodness.
When you start to do that, that's saying something. But we got through all of that, and this was the next challenge. We tried to start it 2 or 3 times during COVID, but that, every time we get shut down. So we really started back up, I guess, last fall with it. But
And the teas are held when?
right now they are every Saturday. Working on the calendar, I promise you, on the website.
Okay.
That we're going to do some specialty teas too.
Ooh.
We're looking into do all kinds of things, like we have a local artist, again, a local artist, female, who's going to come in and help us paint a teacup instead of a wine glass. And
Oh, that's a
maybe
neat idea.
Okay.
our chef is very good at the garmager, the artist carving of food. So we're going to have Chef Phil come out and do a demonstration for us. But they'll all be on the website within the next week.
Oh, good. Well, for social media.
Yep.
There you go. So you talk about how you like to support women.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think makes women different as leaders and entrepreneurs?
Well, I'll just say my point blank feeling right now is I still know it's a man's world out there. And so I like to support them because I know that there are times where, you just have to put that one foot in front of the other and show someone that you're just as good as male leadership. I just like to support them because I know they've gone through times and trials. You think of One Good Woman. She started a coffee company when nobody else would have even thought about doing it. So we do serve, you're drinking one of her teas today. It's called Mary Berry.
It's delicious.
Mary Berry's a well-known
Yeah.
chef in England.
And they're very knowledgeable. I find they're very energetic and very dedicated to their product. Like Susanna Reppert, I deal with her at Rosemary House. Highly recommend going to her sister's tea house too, the Queen of Teas, I call her.
The queen of teas. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Sweet remembrances, but they're there and they have been there for a while. So you just want to go out and support them. You may get a cookie that's a cookie mix sometimes that I get at the Rosemary House.
Ah, I would have never known that.
Yeah, you can get premixes, teas, all sorts of things over there.
Awesome. Do you have any other questions?
I
Do you have any-
did, but I
I tend to rattle on.
you got
so I'm
sidetracked
sorry.
I got sidetracked. But,
Tea and scones.
tea and scones. There was something about
The
oh, I
aromas
know.
are wafting through.
You offer bus tours.
Yes.
As a stop.
We do.
And also you have you do a lot of themes if somebody comes to you. I mean, you have
Yeah.
recently had a great one.
Oh yeah, we recently did my youngest granddaughter turned sweet 16, and upstairs we had a group of her friends, and they did a murder mystery
Oh,
with a Great Gatsby
this is a good
theme.
location for it too.
With a Great Gatsby theme, everything black and gold. It was really fun. It was really neat. I did tell the kids that were there it was the most exciting costumes I've ever seen. But
Oh, that's so neat.
we're talking Casa School of the Arts and,
Oh, okay.
and Bishop McDevitt Theater Group. So
That would
talent
do
is
it,
there.
yes. So you have how many different rooms and how big of a party?
We have 3 dining rooms downstairs. Generally, our parties are 30 and under, but you can take over the entire downstairs. We do private lunches. We just did a business lunch the other week for 15 people. And upstairs, we can seat 40, 44.
Oh,
Wow, okay.
that's more than I was even imagining.
Well, it's the 2 adjoining rooms. We don't have that one large room, though. That's why we tend to do the smaller parties.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Robin.
Thank
this
you.
has been awesome to
Yeah.
have this
Somebody
interview
do-
today. We're ready to dig in, aren't you?
Yeah, I am ready to dig in.
Bon appetito.
So you can see this video on our YouTube channel at the Real Marketing Mavens or on our website at realmarketingmavens.com.
And we'll put it on the website for Alfred's Victorian.
Thank you.
And A Victorian Tea.
How do you contact them?
Oh, contact. How do you contact?
You can go to alfredsvictorian.com. We have alfredsvictorian@gmail.com or 717-944-5373.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you.
Because we are the
Real Marketing Mavens. Real stories,
Real women.
real results.